A good news has come in for the farmers of our country as the Union Cabinet has approved the Pradhan Mantri Dhan Dhanya Krishi Yojana. Hello and welcome to Drishti IAS. My name is Saloni Nankyolier, and in this video we will cover every aspect of this flagship scheme in detail. So the Pradhan Mantri Dhan Dhanya Krishi Yojana was announced earlier in this year's budget, and now the Union Cabinet has granted its approval. Now please review this scheme keeping in mind the aspirational district program. Why? Because both of them have been developed on similar lines. Under ADP, we were focusing on the wholesome development of underdeveloped districts. Versus in the Pradhan Mantri Dhan Dhanya Krishi Yojana, we are going to focus only on agriculture and allied sectors. So we are going to identify 100 agriculturally underdeveloped districts and we're going to work on them by converging 36 relevant schemes from 11 ministries. 36 relevant schemes from 11 ministries. The nodal ministry here is the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, but the implementation will require collaboration from 11 ministries. So we are going to focus only on 100 underdeveloped districts. How will we identify them is a matter of selection. We'll discuss that in the parameter section. But for now, we are going to identify only 100 such districts. The total financial outlay will be 24,000 CR per year. 24,000 CR per year for 6 years. And the duration starts from 2025-26. 11 ministries are going to participate in it. Why do we need so much money? Because the objective here is multifold. Like we're enhancing agricultural productivity, promoting crop diversification, expanding post-harvest storage infrastructure, improving irrigation facilities and facilitating access to credit, which means increasing financial inclusion. So we're going to focus on a lot of things here, and this in turn is going to benefit the farmers of our country. Now let us see how are we going to identify these districts. So it is a threefold criteria. There are three key parameters. First is low agricultural productivity, moderate cropping intensity, and below average credit availability. Let us break down each one of them. Low agricultural productivity. Agricultural productivity is yield per area, per unit area. The output of crop per unit area, like kilograms or ton per hectare. So here we will be focusing on the efficiency of land in terms of area, in terms of space. Then moderate cropping intensity. What is cropping intensity? It refers to the number of agricultural crops that you can grow on one agricultural land, the same agricultural land in 1 year. So we are focusing on moderate cropping intensity. Here the efficiency of land is identified on the time scale. This is on the scale of space and area, and this is on the scale of time. So districts should have low agricultural productivity, moderate cropping intensity, and below average credit availability, which means that the financial inclusion should be very, very low. Based on this, we are going to identify our 100 agriculturally underdeveloped districts. And if we talk about a detailed selection process, first is the database identification based on the three parameters that we earlier discussed. Then we want a balanced representation. This means that we will select at least one district from each state or UT. One from each state or UT so that no deserving district is left behind. Then we're also going to focus on agronomic and economic mapping, which means we're going to segregate these districts based on the agroclimatic zones or patterns of monsoon, and approval by Central Steering Committee. So once this list has been drafted, it will be sent to the Central Steering Committee, and the final approval, the final nod is going to come from here. Now, if we look at the implementation stakeholders, once we have the district finalized, the list is finalized, who is going to implement it? The stakeholders are going to be present at every level. It is a three-tier implementation: district level, state level, and national level. In districts, we have the Dhan Dhanya Samiti, which will be headed by the district collector. And this Samiti is going to prepare something that will be known as DAAP, District Agriculture and Allied Activities Plan. This plan will be sent to the state level committees for monitoring, review and collaboration, and then it will be sent to the national level steering committee. So it is a three-tier implementation: grassroots level, state level, and then the center level. Then we also need to have some technical knowledge partners because we are focusing on research, development, infrastructure, crop diversification. So we need to have some technology and knowledge partners also. And these partners will be our central and state universities and some other institutes also like ICAR, NABARD for financial inclusion, etc. Then the monitoring and supervision will be done by the central nodal officers from 11 participating ministries. So it's a very wholesome scheme. It is a very collaborative kind of a scheme, and it is going to have very good benefits. Now, if we talk about the evaluation, what comes after implementation? It is evaluation and monitoring. How are we going to evaluate the performance? This will be based on 3 C's, similar to ADP, the same 3 C's of convergence, collaboration and competition. Convergence here means that we are converging the central and state level schemes, because often there is an overlap in the central and state level schemes. So we're going to converge all the relevant schemes. Please remember that I talked about convergence of 36 schemes from 11 ministries. So this will come in under convergence. Collaboration at the center, state and district level, we already saw that. And competition, a healthy competition, because ranking is going to be generated, ranking of each district is going to be created, so healthy competition is also going to be fostered. 117 KPIs are there, or key performance indicators, and this data is going to be uploaded monthly. A performance based ranking of districts will be done, and the Niti Aayog here is going to provide the guidance and capacity building. So at each level we have implementation stakeholders, performance and evaluation stakeholders also. Now, if we look at the way forward, so this scheme in itself is a very good scheme, and the farmers definitely will benefit from it if it is implemented in the correct manner, because now the farmers will not have to enroll themselves under multiple schemes. There's a convergence of all the relevant schemes, so they can just go and register at one place, and they can benefit from financial inclusion, from better credit access facility, from better crop diversification. But we need to keep in mind that the consultation at each level happens with local farmers and experts. So local farmers also need to be included in the consultation process. We have to leverage technology. Monthly monitoring will be done, and integration should be done with other national priorities also, which are climate resilience, water conservation, natural farming, because ultimately our goal is to move towards Atmanirbhar Bharat, or self-sufficient Bharat. So the agriculture also needs to be self-sustainable and diverse in itself. So that was all for today's video. I hope you understood what this project, what this scheme entails. Now let us look at a practice question for prelims. Which of the following best describes the core approach of the Prime Minister Dhan Dhanya Krishi Yojana? 1. Direct subsidy transfer to farmers for fertilizers and seeds. 2. District level convergence of schemes to achieve holistic improvement in agriculture and allied sectors through planning, monitoring and competition. 3. Establishment of a centralized mega agricultural infrastructure fund for all states equally. 4. Exclusive promotion of natural farming in drought-prone districts. Select the correct answer. Please provide your answers in the comment section, and I will pin down the correct one. Thank you for watching.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.